Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TTV News with some last events in our province, and here are our stories today. Ladies and gentlemen, facing the complicated situation of the COVID-19 pandemic, the agencies and units in the province have been implementing many strict and effective measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic. At the entrance gate, all agencies arrange body temperature measurement for individuals and representatives of organizations when coming to the office to work. And non-officials, public servants, and agency employees also must make a medical declaration.
To implement the direction of the Provincial People's Committee, leaders of the People's Committee of the city, districts, agencies, and units have thoroughly grasped to characterize civil servants and public employees with the motto of both fighting against the epidemic and ensure progress and quality of work. On characterized civil servants and employees are disinfected before entering the office and wear face masks throughout the working process, ensuring that they sit at the correct distance when working. In addition, in order to limit direct contact, agencies give priority to exchanging information via the interconnected electronic office networks, thoroughly grasping that careful civil servants and public employees do not go out of the province, do not gather in large numbers, strictly follow the 5K recommendation of the Ministry of Health. With the characteristic of a media agency and a team of reporters who have to go to the base every day and interact with many people, radio and television station of the province has been implementing many measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 epidemic, conducting medical declaration for all individuals. Guests who come to work have to scan QR code to make medical declaration.
And in the afternoon of June the 3rd, the delegation led by Mr. Nguyễn Tấn Tài, Director of the Department of Transport of TayNinhTV Province, visited and encouraged the core civil servants and public employees and volunteers who are working on the prevention and control of the COVID-19 pandemic at interdisciplinary checkpoints. The delegation visited the intersectorial checkpoint at Hữu Nghị intersections at Bến Cầu district, the interbranch checkpoint at the Welcome Gate to TayNinhTV Province, and the Trang Bang Town, the intersectoral checkpoint at Đất Sét Bến Củi, U Minh Châu district, and the intersectoral test station at the Ninh bus station. In the past time at these checkpoints, there have been always staff on duty for 24 hours on the following sectors: traffic, transport, traffic police, health, youth union, and some other volunteers to perform tasks such as temperature measurement, medical declaration for the people and vehicles moving into the province.
In the afternoon of June 3rd, right after the concentrated isolation area in Phước Bình commune Trang Bang Town was re-established, Trang Bang Town also immediately mobilized social resources and organized a delegation to visit and offer gifts to support this quarantine area. In just one morning of calling for mobilization, Trang Bang Town received a variety of goods, mainly necessities such as spring water, chicken eggs, and agricultural products planted by local people to donate to the isolation area. In the coming time, Trang Bang youth will continue to pay attention and mobilize social resources to support isolation areas, interdisciplinary checkpoints to prevent and control COVID-19 epidemic in the area.
The Ministry of Finance shall receive reports on allocation to state budget capital investment plans in 2021 from 50 over 50 ministries, central agencies, and 63 over 63 provinces and centrally run cities. Accordingly, it is the estimated that investment capital disbursement in the first 5 months of 2021 will reach more than 102,000 billion Vietnam dong, equaling to 22.12% of the plan, of which the domestic capital reaches about 24.53% and foreign capital reaches about 2.97%.
The Ministry of Finance also said that from the beginning of the year to May 27, 2021, the total allocated investment capital was more than 406.5 trillion Vietnam dong, reaching 88.11% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister. According to the Ministry of Finance, the disbursement progress of the public investment capital plan is low. There has not been much change in May due to a number of reasons, such as the COVID-19 epidemic resurfacing in many localities, making the construction progress and disbursement of the affected capital plan. In addition, the sudden increase in material prices, especially construction steel, affected resource mobilization and construction progress of contractors. In order to speed up the disbursement of public investment capital in the remaining months, the Ministry of Finance has requested ministries, central agencies and localities to strictly implement Resolution number 48, dated May 6, 2021, of the government resolutely transfer capital plans from inefficient and slow disbursement projects to those with good and effective disbursement progress and lacking capital to ensure disbursement for unallocated capital.
The economy is in the process of recovering from a very low level in the middle of last year due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and travel restriction between the countries. In the first quarter of 2021, GDP grew by 4.48% over the same period last year, higher than the 3.69% in the same period of 2020. The period when the COVID epidemic has not really affected the growth results foresee the real economy growing again. And the driving force for growth is still lies in the manufacturing sector, the FDI sectors, and exports. In May, the Industrial Production Index of the province, an important index reflecting the growth, increased by about 1% compared to the previous month, and due to the complicated situation of COVID-19 pandemic again affecting the source of import material supplies of enterprises, trade activities, import and export of goods have been so affected, and also affecting the Industrial Production Index in general, in which a number of industry groups maintain the index with a good increase compared to the previous month, including the wood processing and the production of wood and bamboo products to 15.6%. Production of leathers and related products by 7.9%, and the production of machinery and equipment by 4.29%. And ladies and gentlemen, in the context that Vietnam has reported cases of community infection of COVID-19 pandemic, there is a potential risk of COVID-19 outbreak again. The implementation of the dual goal is both economic development and ensuring the requirements of prevention and control, and it is a very difficult task. And in order to continue economic recovery and promote growth, the government has directed all localities to focus on a number of solutions to develop free increased domestic consumption and promote the movement of Vietnamese people to prioritize using Vietnamese goods. Up to now, Vietnamese goods are increasingly trusted by domestic consumers. On modern distribution shelves, Vietnamese goods have raised coverage. And at Go-Mart, Vietnamese goods account for 90 to 93%. In Strata, its figure is 90 to 95%, and Vinmart for 96%. Besides, the Vietnamese goods are gradually asserting the image with good quality, beautiful designs, and reasonable prices. Statistics from the Domestic Market Department shows that there are currently over 2,049 OCOP products that have been recognized as having 3-star standards or more, of which 43 are potential for 5-star products. And therefore, the domestic market development projects associated with Vietnamese people give priority to using Vietnamese goods campaign in the 2021 to 2025 period, expected to create new competitiveness for Vietnamese goods in the new integration context. Accordingly, by 2025, more than 90% of users and businesses will know about the program to get Vietnamese goods with the name Proud of Vietnamese Goods. Over 90% of businesses know about the campaign of Vietnamese goods are made in Vietnam and show the Vietnamese people, and over 70% of businesses participated in this movement. The project focused on 100% of provinces and cities nationwide, replicated the Vietnam point of sale motto with the name Proud of Vietnamese Goods, its sense of Vietnamese goods, and 100% of ministry, sectors, and localities have built a distribution chain for products of small and medium-sized enterprises, cooperatives, and farmer households producing Vietnamese products in the domestic market. And in order to achieve the above objectives, the project also provides group of solution and development process, including helping to change the community awareness and behavior towards Vietnamese goods, supporting the development of a fixed and sustainable distribution system of Vietnamese goods, improve the competitiveness of enterprises, cooperatives and business households in the fields of distribution of Vietnamese goods. The function sectors are interested in promoting trade promotion activities, advertising and introducing OCOP products, focusing on supporting OCOP certified establishments to actively participate in domestic fairs and exhibitions, and linked to bring products into retail system serving consumers such as supermarkets, chain stores of agricultural products. The COVID-19 pandemic also puts pressure on chains, opening new directions for businesses, including small businesses. One of those opportunities is for businesses to apply digital technology and transform their business models into environment online marketplace to connect directly with consumers. And Mr. Nguyễn Văn Bảo, supermarket manager of Co-op TayNinhTV, said that the two current key tasks of Saigon Co-op in this period are to ensure food security and ensure a buying environment for self-serving for the people. Essential items and food items will be coordinated by Saigon Co-op with suppliers and partners to alternate discounts and promotion of shared spending pressure with customers, minimize the market prices being pushed up, and strengthen sale by phone, electronic transaction, and door-to-door delivery to create convenience for the customers. Effectively taking advantage of online export methods not only require policies, but also needs to support the platform for large e-commerce platforms with a wide range of activities in the world, and thereby letting businesses know what opportunities are there or challenges await them. Besides, it is necessary to adapt to change from customer needs, optimize products and services based on evaluation, and finally, expanding cross-border sales channels, bringing Vietnamese goods to the world. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining us and see you more next time.